Hello everyone, welcome to C-Tyme Student Stories. I'm Carrie.
学员故事26年第1期
Part A.
For our first episode, we have a very special student. He is the director of IMF Shanghai Center. He's German. He came to Shanghai from Washington.
IMF 主任的汉语是
10 questions on Chinese with an IMF director. 1.
Who is he?
魏汉泽
Johannes Wiegand.
经济学家，国际货币基金组织资深高管
Economist, Senior Manager at the International Monetary Fund.
IMF 上海中心首任主任
And the inaugural director of the IMF Shanghai Center.
So why is he learning Chinese? Are there any interesting stories about him? Let's find out together.
我汉语说得很好。It's not true, but it's
true.
There are many difficulties. I very quickly gave up. C-Tyme is totally different.
你好，魏先生。Thank you for accepting our interview. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Johannes Wiegand. I'm the director of the IMF Shanghai Center. I should say I speak in my personal capacity and not for my institution. I've been living in Shanghai for about a year. 我是汉泽，我在 C-Tyme 学习汉语。
So can I ask you where are you from?
I'm originally from Germany.
Wow, it comes to Germany, there are just so many great brands rush into my mind, like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Porsche, Adidas, Bayer, Siemens. Wow. In Chinese people's mind, Germans are very rigorous and your products are very high quality.
Thank you very much. In Germany, we think that Chinese products are of higher and higher quality and by now often better than German products.
2. What's his impression of China?
You are German and you used to live in Washington and now you're in Shanghai.
So you must have been to a lot of countries, right?
Yeah, for my work, I've been to a few countries.
Okay.
I believe every country has its unique charm. So for you, what about China has impressed you the most?
Well, there are many things about China which are very impressive. I think the first thing when you come here as a foreigner is the sheer size of the country. So Shanghai has some 25 million people. This is bigger than most European countries. Mm-hmm. The second thing for me is the pure energy of the place, sort of the will of the people to live and to prosper, especially in Shanghai, which I find very impressive. And then third, of course, it is the depth and the versatility of the Chinese culture.
3. Can you describe Shanghai in one sentence in Chinese?
Talk about Shanghai. Can you tell us your impression of Shanghai? I mean, in Chinese. Can you try?
Oh, in Chinese. Okay. Shanghai 有意思，有漂亮。
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
4. Why learn Chinese?
And as you just said, when you talk about the culture depth, I believe the culture depth is really need a lot of energy and time to experience. So can I ask you, is that one of the reasons that you keep learning Chinese? I mean, to better understand the culture?
It's one of the reasons, but until you get to a level where you can really dive into Chinese culture in Chinese language, it takes a while, and I'm not at this level yet. I would say for me, the main motivation just has been since I'm living in China, I would like to participate a bit in Chinese public life. I would like to be able at least a little bit to speak with people in the street and to understand what they say. And I've also realized that people here really appreciate, even if you maybe don't speak so well yet.
西瓜汁这个可以吗？
可以。
因为芒果汁比较浓，这个确实不好喝。OK。
很好吃。
谢谢。
Can you speak again? 很好喝。
很好喝，谢谢你。
They appreciate if you make an effort and try to learn the language, and this is very gratifying.
5. Is learning a language a waste of time in the AI era?
But it's AI era now. There are just so many great translation apps. And for you, you are the director of IMF Shanghai Center. So I believe in your office, your colleagues, your collaborators, even most people in your daily life, they can speak fluent English, right? So why do you still learn in Chinese? Don't you think it is a waste of time?
So, I mean, first, you're right. In my company, the people who work there, they all speak good English. So for my work life, I don't need it. And for daily life, you mentioned AI apps. I actually use them quite a few times in my daily life. But it still makes a difference if you can speak to people directly in their native language. It is not the same as using AI apps. So it gives you much more the feeling to be integrated into the place and to be part of it. And to me, this is irreplaceable.
6. Speaking Chinese at the IMF. How do colleagues react?
IMF 上海中心
IMF
Shanghai Center.
哦，Johannes，你下课了吗？
是的，下课了。
今天的课怎么样？
今天的课很有意思。
哦，我觉得你的汉语越来越好了。
哪里，还不太好。
真的，我觉得非常好。
不是，哪里。
OK，我先去办公室了。
请去。
Go first。
好的。
Can you enjoy yourself?
哦，Johannes，你吃饭了吗？
是的，我吃了。
OK， 你吃了什么？
我吃了米饭、面条、鸡肉，非常好。
OK， 你在哪里吃的？
在公司附近的餐馆。
OK， 那里的东西好吗？
那里的东西非常好。
贵不贵呀？
不太贵。
那你常常去那里吗？
我常常去那里。
那以后我也去看看。
好看好吃。
I can really tell that your colleagues really like you. They enjoy chatting with you in Chinese.
Sometimes, I think. I think it requires a lot of patience to endure my Chinese.
Okay.
So, but I think they appreciate that I'm making the effort, and that I'm trying to learn and understand the language.
7. What if the other person speaks zero English?
Have you ever talked with any Chinese people who cannot speak English at all? For example, people in other cities outside Shanghai or some elderly people? That would be a real Chinese survival test, right?
I have, yeah. You sometimes, or actually quite often, meet people who don't speak English, and then you have to make do with what you have.
Okay. It is difficult for you to do what you want to do?
Oh, it is certainly still difficult for me to do what I want to do. So sometimes I just wish I would speak and understand much better than I do. But of course, this takes time, so that's normal.
8. Ever made any tone jokes?
Have you ever made any funny moments because of tones?
All the time. Tones are, of course, earlier you asked me what are the things which are very different between Chinese and English, and tones are, of course, one of those. So whenever you learn a word, you also need to learn the tone. And you also need to have the courage to really speak the tones. I think for us Westerners, sometimes the tones sound very extreme and sort of automatically we tone them down. But of course, that's exactly the wrong thing. When you tone them down, people don't understand you anymore.
9. Moments of achievement.
After you started learning Chinese, have you had a moment that gave you a strong sense of accomplishment? For example, people can understand your Chinese, or you can recognize some of the characters on the street.
These moments become more and more.
中性
中心
New middle new.
对sorry it's not new. The team is misheard.
That's what I meant. 中基门姚心 blah 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 水
The middle one is 落
which means
it means a drop in.
so little hard drop in water, careful not drop water or something like that.
Yes you just recognize 3 of them. Great.
女士们先生们这是自门不开小心吧
Or I was traveling last week by train, and I was able to order my dinner in the train in Chinese, so I was very proud of that. So these moments become more and more.
It's just those small but genuine moments that make your efforts worthwhile, don't you think so?
I think so, yes. I mean, I think it's in any case worthwhile to try to study Chinese because it's such an interesting language and really intriguing how differently it works from the Western languages I know. But of course, these moments are a great encouragement because it shows me that I'm making some progress.
10. Give up or keep going?
Is there a specific moment that made you think I really want to keep learning Chinese? For example, someone said something encouraged you, or something happened that moved you.
So I never wanted to give up learning Chinese ever since I started with the C-Tyme, so I was always motivated to continue. But of course there are gratifying moments when you suddenly understand, when you suddenly have a little conversation and the conversation works, you understand the other person person understands you, or when you suddenly think you pick up bits and pieces of a conversation between Chinese people. So this can be quite encouraging. Yes, I want to continue learning Chinese.
From Washington to Shanghai, from
你好
to I want to keep learning. But what happens when there's no English, no translator, and no one to help?
听不懂，过来. You have to talk to him. I don't understand what he says. This is pointless. No, come on. I didn't expect something like this.
His real Chinese class is just the beginning. Stay tuned.